A shocking scene at a St. Paul school this morning. 3 students taking part in a grade 6 French class were critically injured when a minivan slammed through the wall of their classroom at Reset Junior High this morning. One of the 3 is now recovering from surgery and is in stable condition. The other 2 are still in surgery. Multiple other children were injured. RCMP say the driver of the minivan went off the road, barreling into the school at around 9:30 this morning.
Everybody was shaken up and it just seemed so unreal.
I was worried about who was in the classroom because you know so many people when you're going to school in such a small community, you know everyone, and it was more like the families and the kids, and you're just like worried about who's going to be hurt and what's happening.
Another 5 kids were sent to St. Paul Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries and have all since been released. RCMP are continuing to investigate the cause of the crash, but a 46-year-old St. Paul man is currently in custody who was driving that minivan. Now we will have more details tonight on Newcap News at 11 and 11:30, and Premier Alison Redford is also offering her condolences to the victims. North Battleford RCMP say a medical distress call from earlier this week is now being investigated as a suspicious death. The victim has been identified as 21-year-old Mark Stone of Saskatoon. He was found unresponsive at a North Battleford residence and later died in hospital. Police say they're waiting for autopsy results before determining the cause of death. Well, it may have been the winter weather or the lack of a mayoral race, but poll numbers show a sharp decrease since the past election, with just under 1,300 less voters casting their ballots. In the end, all 3 incumbents, Larry Sauer, Rob Saunders, and Alan Caford, were successfully re-elected, along with newcomers Linnea Goodhand, Chris McQuid, and Jason Whiting.
Happy Lloydminster residents.
Dozens of those happy residents celebrated a huge day for civic politics. 3 fresh faces joined Lloydminster's City Council, and leading the pack of newcomers, Linnea Goodhand, raking in over 1,900 votes, second only to incumbent councillor Larry Sauer.
You don't put your nomination forward without having some expectation that if you do the work you can win. So yeah, very pleased to be on council.
Along with raking in big numbers, Goodhand is also making big strides as the first woman on council in 9 years, the only of 5 female hopefuls successful in being elected.
I'm a little disappointed in that. I thought there was a good crop of women candidates, and I think we certainly represent more than 1/6 of the city residents, so that statistically there's still something slightly awry, but I'm happy to be there, and if I bring something new to the table because I'm a woman, I'll be happy to play that role.
Wrestlers curling coach and family man Chris McQuid also made the cut, a cornerstone of his platform representing a younger demographic.
I think it's going to make politics a little more relevant for the under 35 group, and it'll definitely give them another reason to be more involved in politics.
And rounding up the newcomers, born and raised Lloydminsterite Jason Whiting.
It goes to show that the city recognizes what I have done in the community, what has been done through my dad and the name, so I'm not going to steer them wrong.
All 3 admit they have a lot to learn when it comes to council, and all are excited to have the support of the 3 re-elected incumbents.
And as we mentioned, all 3 incumbents have been voted back in. Naramanisa has more on the familiar faces that will serve 4 more years on council.
Obviously, it feels very good. I'm very honored, very humbled to be voted back into City Council.
It feels very good, and I'm really excited about getting to work in the 4th term.
Thanks to the people of the city, it's great to be back for a 5th term, and look forward to the next 4 years.
It was complete gratitude from the 3 incumbents running for City Council. The competition was tough. In total, 16 people were vying for 6 spots. But leading all candidates in the poll was Larry Sauer, who garnered just over 2,000 votes.
I really don't call myself a veteran. I'm going into my 2nd term. I've learned a lot, but I know the ropes now and going forward, you know, to do it in a little quicker basis, probably.
Rob Saunders will now begin his 4th term. He earned 1,840 votes, the 3rd highest amount. Now, the seasoned councillor says there's good reason why the three were voted back in.
In a lot of cases, we're dealing with multi-million-dollar decisions, and so I think the public would feel comfortable when there's some continuity going forward to follow through on these plans.
Alan Kayford has seen his fair share of elections. The incumbent will now serve a fifth term. He was voted in with 1,444 votes.
It's great to know that people of the city have the confidence in the job that's been done over the past 3 years to garner enough votes to get re-elected.
As for working with the new team, the councillors say they're excited the new faces will bring a fresh perspective.
They're got good ideas, they speak well, and I think it's going to be a fantastic team.
Members of City Council will be inducted into office this Tuesday at City Hall. Nariman Issa, Newcap News.
Meantime, North Battleford also wrapped up its municipal election last night. Voters have elected 6 brand new city councilors. Ryan Bader picked up the most votes. He will be joined by Trent Hook, Gregory Lightfoot, Ray Fox, Don Buglas, and Kathy Richardson. The only returning incumbent, Ron Crush, did not get re-elected. The unofficial voter turnout shows a little over 2,000 people hit the ballots, which is 16.5% of all eligible voters.